What up, YouTube? Here with a post-fight video for Naoya Inoue versus Paul Butler. This was for the Undisputed Bantamweight titles. Now, before I give y'all the summary of what took place in the fight, I'm going to tell y'all the results first. Naoya Inoue won the fight via 11th round knockout. He is the first ever Undisputed Bantamweight champion in the 4-belt era. With that being said, my hat's off to Naoya Inoue on this big win. I think he's well on his way. If he isn't already the greatest Japanese fighter of all time, he definitely is on his way to be that. And he's also the first ever Undisputed Bantamweight champion in the 4-belt era history. And that's, worldwide, not only out there in Japan. Anyways, to sum up what took place in the fight, this was a dominant performance by Naoya Inoue. I had the fight scored a shutout prior to the knockout. Naoya Inoue was controlling the pace of the fight. Paul Butler did not come out of his shell. Throughout majority of the fight, he was covering up the whole time. He respected Naoya Inoue's power in this fight. Naoya Inoue did a great job at trapping Paul Butler against the ropes and against the corner, and that's where he will find most success in his offense. Naoya Inoue, of course, he mixes up his punches very well, goes downstairs and upstairs, and is very accurate with his shots. And I'm seeing a lot of improvements when it comes to his defense, especially when it comes to his head and upper body movement, and he definitely showed that in this fight versus Paul Butler. And in a way, he would try and make the fight somewhat competitive, try and get Paul Butler to get some offense going. He's got a show to put on for his fans, and he wants to make the fight, especially when it's for an undisputed title, he wants to make it somewhat compelling. And Paul Butler just wouldn't throw any shots at Naoya Inoue. And anytime Paul Butler would throw shots at Inoue and go on the offense is when Naoya Inoue would step off the gas pedal and have his guard down. That's when Paul Butler would feel comfortable to let go of his punches. Other than that, Inoue was definitely controlling the fight. And yeah, as far as what he has next in the bantamweight division for his future, because he has all the titles in that division now, so the only fighter I could think of right now that he could fight that he hasn't fought yet is Yoel Casimero, who was the WBO Bantamweight champion prior to him having to vacate that title. That's how Paul Butler won the WBO Bantamweight title, is because Casimero had to vacate it. That's why this undisputed title fight happened. Most boxing fans wanted to see Inoue get in the ring versus Casimero to see who's going to be the undisputed champion at Bantamweight, but we couldn't get that fight because of that reason that I already mentioned. And also, I would say he hasn't fought Guillermo Rigondeaux, who's a veteran, a very well-rounded fighter who fights at the bantamweight division. And Guillermo Rigondeaux, Casimero isn't that big of a draw, but Rigondeaux also doesn't draw that much either because of his fighting style. So it's not like the most marketable fight that Naoya Inoue can have. But those two guys are the only guys that I could think of in the bantamweight division that Naoya Inoue hasn't fought yet that fights at a top level. I would say those two guys are definitely top contenders that he could defend the undisputed title against. Other than that, I say, let's see what he can do in the super bantamweight division. That's where Fulton fights. That's where what's his name? Figueroa and Luis Neri, guys like that who fight at a super bantamweight. That's going to be a tough challenge for Naoya Inoue. He's already done it all in the bantamweight division. I'm talking about Naoya Inoue. He won the World Boxing Super Series tournament. He had wars with Nonito Donaire. Y'all remember the finals for that tournament? He had that back and forth fight with Nonito Donaire. That was probably like the fight of the year for that year. And then he cleared all the questions in the rematch versus Nonito Donaire earlier this year. Now I say he has nobody else to fight in the bantamweight division. He's fought and beat everybody. The only other fighter that I want to see him defend his titles against is versus Yoel Casimero or Guillermo Rigondeaux. Other than that, I say he should move up to super bantamweight and see how he fares there versus the top fighters, because now Naoya Inoue is only getting his ranks up. Anyways, y'all let me know what y'all thoughts are from what y'all saw in the fight between Naoya Inoue and Paul Butler, and what y'all would like to see him do as now the undisputed bantamweight champion. Comment, subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff, and I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.